So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Now it's Bale. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And they can counter here. Strong running down that left flank. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Olise! And the keeper read that really well.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Kimmich. And it's Bale. Looking for the run. Soboslai promptly onto that, and that is that. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, surely that deserved better.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Inter Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Climbs up big! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Halo juga Bang Muhammad.
It's their second corner of the game.
Halo juga Bang Muhammad. Selamat malam buat Bang Muhammad.
Bale! Will be livid with himself.
Malam juga Bang Muhammad.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. He's through and all alone. Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Sehat Bang Muhammad. Semoga sehat selalu. Jangan lupa subscribe-nya dan like-nya.
Bale is behind this one. It's a very good position, this, and the right distance too. Bale! Decent hit from there. Nice looking ball. Get that clear. Oh, this looks sharp. Hazard can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Olise.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. No, that's been intercepted. Olise. And here's Torres. Olise. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Selamat malam buat semuanya.
And he's picked out the run.
Gimana kabarnya buat semuanya? Kok agak melek ya?
And it's Soboslai.
Enggak.
And it's Bale.
Hah? Tadi dikasih KA.
He won't be happy with that one. Fernando Torres. That'll be the last act of the first half.
200.
So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancel each other out in the first period.
Let us see what the second half brings.
Jangan lupa
First half thoughts?
like dan subscribe-nya.
Not through lack of effort. They've had quite a few opportunities so
Lagi
far,
nyobain
but their
olis nih.
shooting not good enough. No goals at this
Pertama
stage, but
kali
certainly not devoid of action.
akhirnya
0-0
dapat
here
juga
at half-time.
olis. Kita masukkan semuanya. Blit blit blit. Nah, kartu merah. Situ Baresi koplak merah. Bener apa gimana? Pak Alfa.
Here we go again.
Takut.
Inter have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Inter Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Up he goes! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Untung nggak divisi kan? Kalau langsung divisi kata-kata kayak gini.
Played into space. Adams spots it and intercepts. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Ya ampun.
Oh, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Bale. Azar. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them.
Patah,
Serginho
patah
is looking to influence the game from out wide. Now it's Bale. And he's had a hit! Well, a bit disappointed with that.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
patah.
Inter Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Good ball, good take. Azar. And reclaimed it in a trice. De Jong. We expected better, and so did he. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Ya, patah.
Great vision. Tries to play it through.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Aduh.
Such a good play there. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Patah.
Bale. Hazard. Stood up well to him there. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster. Hazard is up to this.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And it's Bale. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Striker. And that is as far as it goes. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wasteful... And the outcome inevitable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always like...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
If you're just joining, Musiala!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Kane! Just off target.
Kane certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Now it's Olise. Foden. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Musiala. Szoboszlai to Hazard. Olise, and the through ball, and he was quick to react. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now that's well seen too, and that's really well manoeuvred. Inter Milan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Now it's Foden. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's got tall. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Kane actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's managed to get rid. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And here's Musiala. Well read, nice interception. Musiala receives it in a good position here. Not the most accurate pass. Shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Hazard. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Now it's Olise. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Hazard. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Rice. Bruno Fernandes. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Olise. Szoboszlai. Now it's Hazard. Oh, that's a key interception. Can he get on the end of this? It's a promising position.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Yep, it's a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. They've played it short. He's in space and looking for options. And there's the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How would you review the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And the action is back underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Inter Milan looking to put, goes for the shot! And that has kept the keeper on his toes.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
Olise. Hazard. Manchester United can breathe again, just.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Olise. Alexander-Arnold spots it and intercepts. And this is Bale. Inter Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. Well into the second half and still there's nothing between them. That has ended up in no man's land and he's been shifted off it. Oh, what has happened here? Big chance! And it's in! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Costa Curta. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat. Inter seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Oh, well played, well played. 75 minutes played. Now it's Olise. And that has put paid to that. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Bale. Now it's Hazard. Inter Milan finding their... takes the shot! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Substitution.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And he's worked it through. Look at the... and the finish! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He's in a great position here. And he's there to belt it away.
Manchester United can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit.
And the shot! Lukaku gets flagged offside. Baresi. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutral. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he
Goes for the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That's a good ball out wide.
It is a corner.
Ajax with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Messi with the short one. He's dealt with that really well. And now a sudden chance to counter. Baresi. And Azar. Szoboszlai. Out for a throw. Olise. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Still goalless at the moment. He's beaten the last man. Tries a measured ball. He has a look up. Chance for a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. That's really well cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Azar can see things others simply cannot. Olise. Olise going face to face with his great rival. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Adams makes the interception. Azar. Passing is crisp and sharp. McAllister. And it's Bale. Can he get on the end of this? Bale is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Bale. Olise. He's had a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Big header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Ambitious ball here. And he welcomes it in. Shapes to shoot! Rijkaard. Szoboszlai. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Tries to dink it through. McAllister. It's a sharp pass. Now it's Forlan. Albertini. The ball has bounced loose now. Baresi. And it's Szoboszlai. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. That gets things going for the second half.
Inter clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Now it's Bale. Albertini. Now it's Forlan. Oh, well measured. He's found a way through. Kimmich. To Azar. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Bale. Albertini. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Now it's Forlan. Nice-looking ball. Thinks about the shot. Lovely feet. Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Albertini! Rijkaard. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And it's Bale. Azar. And it's Soboslai. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Azar. Caceres. Ajax looking to pass their way through. Looking for the run. Messi. And the finish! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And it's in. And that could well be the winner.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Ajax have taken the lead.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Shot a goal!
Ajax surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Threads one in. He has found the way through. In by Messi. It's a mighty effort! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Tries from a long way out. Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Oh, he's been caught napping. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that's another good win of the ball.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Bale. Caceres. Looking for options for movement. Goes for a shot! And oh, it's fallen loose again! He scores! Deep into injury time! Some heroic goalkeeping, but it... And there goes the final whistle. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Haaland. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him. And a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Szoboszlai. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, that's fabulous. Rafinha. Baresi wins the duel this time. Inter Milan still without a single shot on target. Now, can they get him away? Oh, delightful ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Oh, there's a probing ball. Van Dijk gets a foot in here. Azar. Haaland. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Haaland is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Szoboszlai. And here's Bale. Azar. Now it's Mbappe. Played out to the right. He has found a way through. Oh, that was vital. Adams gets rid without sophistication.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped.
Shot a goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Messi goes short. Has a look and plays it forward. And now a sudden chance to counter. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Costa Curta. And the half-time whistle goes. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it. Olise! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Knocks it into space. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick it.
Can he finish? Off the post. That's going to go a long way. Bale. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Inter have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Now it's Olise. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, he's found support out wide. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. Now, can they get it back? Looks across and plays it in. Fernandez. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And he's only too happy to take that back. Mbappe. Now, this could be a chance. Azar. For Olise. Rafinha. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Haaland. And he's away. He's going for goal. It's bounced back off the post. No, he's missed it.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. In with the challenge. Kimmich. Now he's off and running. Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Quality ball. That's the throw. That's a lovely, neat pass. Plays a sharp little ball here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now there's a... And the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And that is that. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Oh, that's well done, really robust. That's an imaginative pass. It's a goal kick. Adams gets over and intercepts. Well, here he is, the epitome of athleticism and speed. That is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, simply one of the best left-sided attackers of his generation, Peter, with all the tools to improve any team. And then all that flair.
Yeah, it seems an age ago now, doesn't it, that he started his career down on the south coast as a left-back, of course.
Yeah, and when you think about left-back, usually poor attackers end up there, but he went on to do great things at the other end.
Now it's Bale. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And they've got rid. Inter Milan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Can he get onto this? Oh, smashing header! Goal! Flamengo! Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Flamengo have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Gerson.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ball driven towards the far post. That's an excellent interception. Danger averted for now. Long ball by the goalkeeper. It's a searching pass. Big header! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Szoboszlai, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Inter certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And it's Danilo. Header! Oh, there's a probing ball. Azar. Inter Milan finding their passes. Olise. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution.
Here we go again.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Danilo gets a cross in. Azar can see things others simply cannot. Inter Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Oh, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Now it's Bruno Enrique. Nicely shaped ball. Neatly clipped into space. De Arrascaeta. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Inter are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Olise is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And it's Azar. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he's managed to get rid. Out to the right. Szoboszlai for Olise. Kimmich. Oh, good take in a good area.
Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Szoboszlai has it in a wide position.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Olise might just make this.
Substitutions taking place.
Time is running out here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Hazard. And this is... it's Bale! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Aim forwards.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And this is Bale. He's gone for goal! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Olise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage.
Oh, that's ambitious. A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Now it's Neymar. Szoboszlai gets rid without sophistication. Some really good ball movement. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Baresi defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. He is through here. It's Van Basten! They've scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That's good vision. Brilliantly cut out. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Van Basten.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Lazar! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Inter Milan with the corner. They're first. Oh, smashing header! He's got a goal! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, that looks a good ball through. He's got away. Takes a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Olise is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. That's beautifully weighted. And he's had a hit! That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Rodri. That has not gone well.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rijkaard. Now it's Olise. That looks a cracking ball. And he's taking no chances there. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Inter clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Great chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Rice kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Dundee applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Big chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Olise clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's found a way past. Tries a shot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish. They've got a healthy number of very tall...
There's the header! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a searching pass. Rice calmly anticipates. Now, can they get him away? Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, good-looking ball. Olise, and he's let fly. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Pedri. And this is Torres. Passing is crisp and sharp.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that has been clubbed away. Tries to pass it through. And this is Torres. And Torres! And time is up. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Olise, and here's Bale. Bale! What a save by Diogo Costa! Oh, that was no routine save.
Bale actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Rijkaard. And now they can spring out of defence. Still goalless. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, they've got it again. Now it's Stoichkov. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Baresi. Szoboszlai. Tries to pass it through. Shot could be on. There's the shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Pedri. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now this could be a chance. Looking for a runner. Neatly clipped it. Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Vermin.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just a great chance! It's in! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Olise, and this is Bale. He's in a great position here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Szoboszlai. And he thumps it clear. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Inter really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Baresi, that's an imaginative pass. Oh, they could be caught out here. Shot at goal! It's bounced back off the post.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Pedri. Pedri is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's made its way to him. Now it's Pedri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And a chance! And it's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to...
It's Bale! What a save by Diogo Costa! Inter Milan have their second corner now. Rijkaard tries to clear. Now it's Hazard. And this is... And the shot!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Rijkaard. Olise looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and
Olise! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Bale! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Inter really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Substitution on the field, number 16.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Stoichkov, number 14. Coming on the field, number 17. Eze, number 18.
Rijkaard.
Mbappe, number 4. Vinicius Junior. Substitutions taking place.
Vinicius Junior. Raul. This looks promising. Van der Ven cuts it out. Eze.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Ruben Neves. Great vision. Oh, nicely intercepted. Passes coming off in quick succession here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. He's picked his way through. Bale. Olise. Can he get on the end of this? And that will be it. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon.
And already we're underway here.
Lionel Messi, one of the greatest, perhaps the greatest ever, European Player of the Year so many times. The first of those way back as a 22-year-old, Jim, in 2009.
Yeah, and it came after such a great season. Treble winners with his side, of course, capped off with a very memorable European win in Rome.
I remember him picking up his boot after losing it when scoring that goal. Everybody recalls that one.
Yeah, and for me, that game marked a whole new period of true excellence for Messi at both team and individual level.
Sure did. That's been cut out, well played. Neymar goes on a run down the left wing. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Now it's Vitinha. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Now he's got space here. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Aimed beyond the defence. Olise. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a throw. Kimmich. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. There's the shot! There it is! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
To Machelis. Now it's Mbappe. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Olise. And he's intervened well there. That's a little off target.
Okay, being behind it.
That's rather hopeful. Costa Curta. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Bale. The less said about that pass, the better. Dixon.
There will be 1 minute at
Messi,
a
a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Goes for a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bale really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Oh, smashing header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Bale clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Hazard with the short one. Summerslide! And one more try! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Inter Milan have their third corner. Up he goes! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Now it's Mbappe. That's a nicely shaped ball. And this is Neymar. Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! And this is getting better and better. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter.
Takes a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Vitinha. And it's Neymar. Beckenbauer. And that is a little undercooked. Bale being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Hazard. Olise tries from distance. Oh, another save.
Olise really can't believe it, foiled by the keeper again.
Substitution for Inter. Number 4.
Corner number 4 coming up here.
Number 11. Bale. Coming on the field. Number 8. Raul. Number 5. Fernando Torres. Substitution.
And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. He's trying to hit the front line here. And the counter is on. Oh, that's fabulous. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Rodri into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Bale. And they're quick to get it back.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now it's Torres. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And here's Olise. Played up towards the front line. Raul. And it's Messi. Can he get it through? Adams deals with that comfortably. Rijkaard.
There will be
5 minutes to add. And this is... tries a shot! That is special! Gareth Bale! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Bale demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
They've played it short.
That's the end. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. Aside... Noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Barcelona.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defending. So I'd expect him to have some of that.
Shot, surely! It's hit the upright. Goal! Barcelona! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great chance! That is special! Gareth Bale! A finish of true class! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Bale simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived, and boy, did he hit it.
He's gone for goal! Oh, how good is he? A finish right from the top draw. And the comeback is complete. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Not the most accurate pass, and it's Cruyff. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game. Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
He's cut it out. Into the channel. Nicely worked. Messi. Cruyff. Rummenigge. Now he's got space here. A header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Cruyff actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's Mendes. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Kimmich has a look and plays it forward. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. Cruyff tries to pass it through. Of Nunez! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And this could be the final action of the first half. Bale gets it away. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Inter Milan are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little. Shoots! Oh, and one more try! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
That is good alertness. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And this is Bale.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Can he get it through? And he plays one through. And that's a dangerous ball. Oh, can he finish? He's scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter.
It's Bale! And that's a chance missed.
He's definitely playing with...
Adams. Olise chasing after it. No, that's been intercepted. That's a sharp pass. And the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Costa Curta. And it's Azar. 2 minutes to be added on. Back towards the middle. Inter Milan looking to pass. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Barcelona.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is... And he's decided to go for it. That's their first effort on goal.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Bale does really well to win the ball there. Not the most accurate pass. Carvajal. Here's Cannavaro. Oh, terrible pass. Adams. Costa Curta. Neither side yet able to find the net. Nicely shaped ball. It's Bale! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Casillas claims comfortably. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And he was alert to it. Neymar. Adriano. Searching pass he's played there. Delivered. Header! Off the post! And another try! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. What a throw in. Delivers with whip.
Inter really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And this is Bale.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of...
And the shot! Fantastic from Elise! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. It had to come. It just had to come. He had to have his say. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Inter Milan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Looking for a run-up. Van der Ven makes the interception. Pedri. Messi! Rising over the bar.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's a searching pass. That has been cut short. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Inter Milan go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Messi. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Szoboszlai tries to clear.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Messi! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Messi! It's loose now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's going to go a long way. Van de Ven. And it's Pedri. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that's a clever looking... Decent chance! Messi finds himself offside.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That's been slipped through. They want to be quick to recover this. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Tries to play it through. He has a look up. And the flag has stayed down. There's the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when defending, at least. Because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Pedri. Now, can they get him away? Real chance! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, at least it's earned them a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Bale. Number 4, Hazard. Number 20, Joshua Kimmich. Coming on the field, number 5,
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score.
Substitution.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking to play him in. And that's... And Torres! Oh, it's come off the upright. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Clipped into space, and that is expertly dealt with. And he's there to get it away. Yamal is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Threads one in. He has found the way through. Oh, what has... He's having a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Lamine Yamal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Terrific header! It's in! Dying minutes, and we're all square again! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
And there goes the final whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic once he comes inside. Anything is possible.
Stood up well to him there. Now it's Olise. Olise was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Chance! Goal! Manchester United! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now he's off and running. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Olise. Inter Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. And he's picked out the run, and he's managed to get free. There's the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Kimmich makes the interception.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Hazard can see things others simply cannot. Oh, he's through and all alone! And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Corner number 2, then. And now they can spring out of defence. Inter Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy.
Real chance! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And a chance! Relentless! Just relentless! They are really sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Rijkaard. Play him in. That is a great pick out. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. Kukçu, wind. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Manchester United have their third corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, was there ever...
And that's it. And with that...